Hello again everybody, this is Peter and stamp collecting is fun. So we're going to have a look at 4 stamps today, which I've gleaned from the Arts and Crafts mix. Those are now basically coming to an end now. I've got these to go through, but 4 really jumped out to me today. So we'll have a look at those. First of all, we move Her Majesty the Queen. God bless her, God bless her soul. Okay, what have we got first? I'll grab this one here, we'll put it on there maybe, I don't know. We'll put it there. Okie dokie, so what do I see on this? Well, it's a 6+4. The design is of like housing or building or something like that. It says Weiderau Frau, and Province Sachsen. And it's got some sort of working tools there, like a mallet and a bricklayer's tool, a smoother, you'd call it. So what did I know about this stamp to begin with? Well, nothing. Well, I did actually. I know it's quite an early well, it is just post-war. So it is a stamp that is probably around 1946, 47, something like that. So I had to look it up, obviously. And also province of Saxon, so that goes into a sort of Saxon area in my Germany collection. So it was really nice to find this stamp. Anyway, I looked it up on AI. I asked the AI. Not DeepSeek, I'm afraid. I can't get to sign up to that. So what have we got here? Province of Saxon. So it's a 1946 Soviet occupation stamp. And it's a semi-postal. So what do I mean by semi-postal? Well, that means that it can be used for postage. So you stick it on your letter or your parcel. But also, it is a charity stamp. So you're giving to charity when you purchase this stamp. Okie dokie, so this is a charity stamp and you can see 6.4 there. So it is actually to support the rebuilding of Saxony after the war, after presumably the Soviets and everybody else destroyed it. And the design is house building. You can see a little chap there. There he is. There he is, just up there. Building away, beavering away. And some hod carrier there coming up, bringing him some bricks, tiles. There were 2 types of this stamp produced. So the first one was type A, which had perforations, which this one does. And that was issued in the 19th day of January 1946 until the 31st of October 1946. And type B was an imperforated, so it's just like smooth around there. Millions, I'm afraid, were printed. Millions. So I'm afraid that there's no value on this. Semi-postal, as I say. The postage is 6p, or 6 pfennig, I should say. And 4 pfennig is added. I believe. So when I say 6, it's 6+4, so you're paying 10 for this. 6 of which is to pay for the postage. 4 going towards charity, which is a rebuilding charity. In other words, it's tax, isn't it? They're getting an extra 4 pfennig off you to help with the building that they themselves destroyed. And was destroyed by war. So always be careful of that. So, yep, so that's a nice stamp, nice condition. Can I actually turn it over at all? Can't grab it. I'll have to use my fingers, I'm afraid. Okay, it's been hinged. It's sat somewhere in an album and it's been taken out and put in a 1000 stamp Arts and Crafts mix. So that's a nice find, actually. Okay, we go to the next stamp, which I think is another fascinating stamp. First thing I've got to tell you is that it's obviously very very Eastern European at least, maybe even a little bit more. It's got the number 4 on it. It's bent. I may be able to flatten it a little bit. What's the back like? Again, hinged, so it's been in an album. I put it under Google Lens and it came up with this. It's a 4 Kopak 1909 Russian, Imperial Russian stamp. However, it's a fiscal stamp, which means that it's used for government purposes. For example, revenue collection and document fees and court fees, tobacco tax, there was one, passport tax, while they were still letting people come and go. Got to remember those stamps are currency anyway. So when you buy a stamp and you can pay your bills through stamps, for example, and maybe not today, they'd look at you a bit soft, daft. But back in those days, stamps was currency, as strangely was tobacco is highly taxed, so you can understand why you're paying tax on tobacco. Anyway, enough of that. What we've got here is the Russian coat of arms. I'd look for value. I'm afraid AI valued this at $20, so £2 in today's parlance. But you know what? You can get them. You can get them for, again, pennies basically. So that is the 4 Kopak Imperial Russia, Tsarist Russia stamp. Okay, we'll go to the next one here, and here we have another character. So I'll just turn over my notes here. Have I lost a stamp? I don't know. I'll turn over my notes. And what we've got here is a 3 rupee. A 3 rupee. Pakistan stamp. So I can see that already. RSR rupees 3 Pakistan. Cancelled. Can't quite make out, but it's something of September probably. And it's got a figure on it. So I did a bit of research. And by the way, it's a big stamp, so I'll just put it next to... It's quite a bit bigger. It was issued on the 27th of April 1992, and it commemorates 1992. Is that right? Did I got that right? Yes, I think I did. It commemorates Muhammad Ali Jinnah, who was the founding father of Pakistan. Now, as a founding father, many stamps have been produced showing his features, and the first one to show him was in 1949, which again commemorated his death, which happened in actually 1948. So the first stamp commemorating it was 1949, after he died in 1948. And of course, I say, I didn't know, but I do now. But I'll presumably forget it as soon as I've said it. Independence was declared in 1947. So 47 independence. Muhammad Ali Jinnah was the first Governor General, and then he died in 1948 of lung cancer. He was 71 years of age. Interesting, he had one child. Or he had, I think, he had a child anyway called Dinah Wadia. And she was born in London in 1919. She had a difficult relationship with her father because she married a Hindu rather than a Muslim. And she died in New York on the 2nd of November 2017, aged 98. How about that then? Whether he's got any other family left, I don't know. But it's interesting that she would be born in London. Possibly he was working in London at that time in some capacity. Okie dokie. So that's a stamp that is of interest. Right, shift it away. Okay, finally now we go to another character stamp. I have to use my fingers again, but this will drop it on. There we are. These are sort of pointing these days, like other things. Right. What have we got here? Well, we've got a 1949. Well, I'll tell you what I can see first of all. A lot of Chinese writing, more Chinese writing, and 150.00. It is orange or bright red, if you want to call it, and it's got Mao Zedong, Chairman Mao, on it. It's perforated. It's paper. Got a dink there. Can I pick it up and just have a look at it? Can I pick it? Oh. Sorry, going to have to use my fingers again. I just want to have a look at the back just to see what's going on. Nothing really. Looks as if it's not been used at all. Hasn't got any. Oh, I have to use my fingers. Excuse me. We'll get there in the end. Oh, I'm holding too many things. Right. Chairman Mao. Right. 1949 stamp. Again, I went to AI to ask information about this stamp. This is an East China People's Post stamp. And it was issued in 1949. It was used for government correspondence and for documents. Many of these stamps are mint. In other words, they were never used. This may be one such stamp, though it is damaged. The East China People's Post opened in the East China Liberation Area in 1949. And they issued stamps from 1949 until 1950, when the East China People's Post was integrated into the People's Republic of China postal system. So it got swallowed up, in other words. Chairman Mao, I mean, we all know, or certainly have heard of Chairman Mao. He was the figure that spanned, the 20th century. We talked about awkward times yesterday, and people appearing on stamps and everything, and some may say he's not universally popular. And many people we won't go any further, but 1893 he was born, and he died in 1967. Again, he did span the century, so he is a historical figure, rarely mentioned these days. And of course, China is a huge place, it's massive. And the whole world changed when Chairman Mao came into power, which may have been 30s, 27, 30, mid-30s. If you know, let me know. So those are my 4 stamps today. I think that one there. Russia. Another one. Yeah, Soviet Union. So really we're looking at, non-Commonwealth, not, the Commonwealth, the Empire was all over the world. But here we've got some big beasts: China, Pakistan, Russia. Again, the Soviet Union afterwards, taking charge of Germany. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. If I've missed anything out, if I have made error, let me know in the comments. Thanks to everyone who's commented. Thank you all for your likes. I'm going to try and continue to do these every day, so that I'm learning more and more. I've had new stamps arrive today. And a bag come today, look. Bag of stamps. Fantastic. So I'll be finishing this little lot and then going into that little lot that I've just received. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.